Day 4. Start the morning out with some great cardio. Skip the rest of this week. All right. Day 5, TGIF. Understatement of the week. So 3 things I want to point out or talk about. So last night, number 1, my leg workout, just terrible. I don't know if, or actually, I wonder if this is why so many people say you can't gain muscle while doing keto, because there was nothing in the tank. It was a bad workout. Nothing good, no pump. I even took my pre-workout. The focus was there. It was a grind to push through it and get it done. I know I put some decent work in, but all the weights were heavy, but I just didn't feel great. So that's point number 1. So we'll see. We're just going to keep grinding. We're just going to keep at it. We're not going to let this sidetrack us. Number 2 is, so last night, out of curiosity, I checked the keto strip to see if I was in keto, and it actually said I had some good amount of ketones running through my system. So I was kind of like, okay, didn't get too excited about it. I waited till this morning because they say to check it in the morning. Checked this morning, no ketones. Did a little bit of research on this just to kind of see what other people's experiences have been and are with it. And a lot of people are saying that them ketone strips are just a waste of money. Kind of wish I would have checked this out first, but you live and learn, and hopefully you learn. Don't waste the money on ketone strips, because they only detect excess ketones produced in the body. So it doesn't mean you're not in ketosis. It just means you're expelling excess ketones that the body has. So don't waste the money. Number 3 is I slept like doo-doo last night. I think I got 3 or 4 hours of sleep max. Again, this is another one of them things they say is a possible side effect is sleeplessness. But this was only one night, so we'll see how the next couple nights go. And just so you know, it's a fluke. Every once in a while, we all have them nights where we just can't sleep that well. But it did make an effect on, obviously, I did not get my cardio in this morning. So what I'm doing now is I'm feeling okay now, outside of the huge bags under my eyes, more so than normal. I'm gonna get 2 walks in today. That's why I'm out here a little bit earlier. I'll get 2 3-mile walks in today to kind of make up for the missing my cardio this morning for 30 minutes. So I figure on the tread climber, I go about 1.25 miles in 30 minutes. So I figure a 3-mile walk should be close enough. So if we get 2 of those in, then we'll kind of be back on track. Tonight, my maintenance upper body workout will be just that. I'm not too worried about it because I'm not pushing too hard. So I'm not worried about the energy levels. Now tomorrow is my 3rd leg day of the week. I think I will tap into one of my stimulant pre-workouts and see what happens. I got a bunch of them as a gift. Little mini packets of different flavors, different styles. I happen to have Total War from Redcon. I've taken it before. Not too bad. I could definitely get a feel for it. Some of the other ones I've taken in the past, like Bulk from, I think it was Black Market or something like that. That was ridiculous. I thought my heart was going to pop out of my chest. But this Total War was decent, so I'm going to give this a go tomorrow before my 3rd leg session and see if that helps to make the difference. And maybe next week, maybe everything will be on par and okay. But I'm going to stay the course, keep doing the whole thing, and see what happens, and we'll go from there. All right, so we are now 1 week away from the wedding and 1 week in keto. I didn't record the last couple of days because there was nothing to really record. I'm not going to record myself being miserable, which I kind of got the last day or so with keto. A lot of frustration. I enjoy lifting weights. I find it therapeutic for myself. It's a way to de-stress, and I just enjoy it all around. So all this week on keto, my lifts have been terrible. They've been boring. They've just, I don't have the oomph there, regardless of what I take. I've tried my normal pre-workout, which is a focus. I tried some stimulant pre-workout with caffeine. I've tried the Red Bull. I've tried the Bang. Nothing helps. Nothing is making a difference on my lift. So that's not good for me. If I'm not enjoying it, I'm not going to do it. And I think I've said it on other videos, and I've also said it to different people. You find a diet and exercise you enjoy, and you do it because you're able to see it through. And 1 week in, I'm not digging this. When I first did keto, and I had really, really good success, but it makes sense, was when I first started losing weight. So my first week was just diet. My first weekend was just diet. Wasn't including cardio, wasn't lifting weights. I was just doing my diet because I was making slow transitions into what I needed to do. So the first week was great. I was only eating, and I was going through the keto flu, and I was seeing instant progress, and I was losing weight. The second week I introduced cardio, so then the keto diet and the cardio together, boom, I'm making great progress. The third week I started lifting weights, just basic light weights, just movements, which was fine. The fourth week of keto, my fourth week of being on a diet and on this progress, is when I now remember that keto and weightlifting for me doesn't work. And I totally forgot about that until this week. I noticed week 4 when I first started that when I went to the gym, and I was going in the mornings, and it was just, my lifts were terrible. At that time I I tried a couple different pre-workouts at that time as well, and same thing, nothing good of it. So it was after week 4 when I decided I like to lift weights. Keto, lifting weights doesn't work for me. So then I switched back up to a moderate protein, moderate carbs, low fat diet, and then my workouts were great, and I enjoyed it, and I had fun. So I'm now sitting here thinking, that's right, I remember this, but you live and learn. And as soon as you realize something's going afoul, you make the change. As soon as you realize it's not what you wanted it to be, you don't do it anymore, because otherwise you could possibly fail, because you're like, screw it, it's pointless. I almost did that a couple days this week. I almost said, why go lift? Why throw any weights around if I'm not going to enjoy it and I know my workout's going to suck? So, but I did power through it all. Did get some good cardio in. I did see some changes as far as fat loss personally in the mirror. I was able to see my shoulders right in here, losing a little bit of fat right up on my traps, in my thighs and in my calves. I noticed a little bit of weight loss there as far as fat goes. The scale didn't really reflect any of that. The scale, the day 2, I did 24 hours of keto. So the next morning I woke up and I'm like, let's see what weight says on the scale. Hopped on, and it says I had lost 4 or 5 pounds. Thinking realistically, I knew I didn't lose 4 or 5 pounds of fat. It was probably all water weight, because you do have a hard time holding water while you're on keto. So I knew that. So the next day I adjusted my water intake. The next day I was pretty much right back up to where I've been, and I've been at that same spot the whole entire week. Maybe a pound difference from the beginning of the week. So I did go get a scan just to see, what would a scan say? And the scan told me everything I thought. It told me I was dehydrated, but because of the lack of hydration in my body, because of keto being on low carbs, it shows that I lost 1/4 pound of muscle. Now, taking a grain of salt with that, if I were to consume carbs and get water back in me, that would show an opposite effect. That would wash out, because I would have more water in my muscle fibers. So I don't see that as I lost muscle this week, but it did show that I had lost a couple pounds of fat. So I think this is the same process. I think this is the same progress that I can make on a diet that I enjoy, where my lifts are fun. So I am going to go ahead and stick through with keto this week, primarily because I've got my food prepped already. I had already prepared everything last week for 2 weeks, so I don't want to just throw a bunch of food away. Everything I've already taken out of the freezer, it's getting thawed. I got to portion everything out. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with keto for this week. Now, come Friday night, I will not be in ketosis anymore. And because we have the rehearsal dinner, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to consume a couple adult beverages. And then Saturday, I will consume several adult beverages. I will have me some cake. I will have me some great food. And I will get some extra cardio in on the dance floor, dancing with my daughter and everybody else that shows up. So Sunday morning, I will wake up and make the determination, depending on how this upcoming week goes, do I keep this keto for the 30 days like I said I was going to, or do I just say, nope, 2 weeks is enough for me to know this doesn't work or this does work? So my lists this week are going to make the final determination on which way I go. But I think I'm probably going to be done with keto. So I think the next phase for me is I'm just going to jump in head first with just basic counting calories. I'm going to make sure that I have enough protein that I need to get to the end result. I'm going to stay focused on the body recomp, because you can lose fat and build muscle at the same time. So that's what the whole goal has been the whole time. So I'm going to just count my calories. I'm going to run at a deficit. I'm going to make sure that I have a good amount of protein, and then just make sure that everything else is enjoyable and make this fun. Get back to some great lifts, continue the progress moving forward, and go from there. But again, I'm bringing you along with the ride. I'll keep you up to date on what's going on, and maybe you can kind of give me some feedback on how you're feeling. So yeah, that's going to pretty much end the video this week. I will check in with you next week. Bear with me. It may not be until the following week where I get things uploaded, but I hope to put some more content in as far as like the build up, the day of, the rehearsal, the morning of the wedding, and some of the behind the scenes things that are going on that most people aren't going to be able to see. I would love to share them with you. So until then, if you're new to the channel, thanks for giving me a few minutes of your time. Hit that subscribe button so you can see when the next videos are uploaded and put on. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.